It's time for the Uncle Rico Show. It's time for the Uncle Rico Show. So chug a course, cause here we go. It's time.
Boom! We're doing it.
Yes, we are doing it. Right back at you here behind the wall. Myself, Mike Morris, the Reverend Bob Levy, and of course, WATP's own Karl.
WATP.
Let's do this one right. This is going to be a funny one because he's
no.
cookie up.
Let's go. I just watched you shove one down your throat before we even went on. That's
Does that
two?
have marijuana in it, Bob?
You're such a narc, Mike. You're such a fucking dad. My paws went down just hearing you say it like that. I was like, I got to explain to my dad what weed is.
You need that to have a good time, Bob?
Listen, I will say this is the only episode we will throw out a warning at the beginning. If you are sensitive, if you have emotional issues and
or emotions, so
we're talking to you, Froggy, who is like, this kind of bummed me out. I'm like, yeah, you go fuck yourself. We're about to watch John, quote unquote, have a breakdown. Karl and I happen to agree that this is John flexing his acting muscle in an attempt to be a scab and cross that picket line to do any show whatsoever.
Well, I have another theory on this.
Yes,
is that John said he was going to come back, and I didn't believe it at first, but then he did come back. But his original thing was he was going to expose all of us. He had shit on Mike and Bob and Shuli and me, and he was going to expose all of us. And he didn't have anything. But then he came back and he was going to goof on us. He was going to goof on our shows, and we were goofing on his shows. And he tried to do that, and he didn't have anything. Nope. And so now he's doing woe is me. They're all picking on me, and I'm the victim. I think that's what this is.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. He's taking his ball
everything.
Going home.
Bill Watson says 100%. This is John using pity to get more victim points.
Yeah.
Well, let's play it because nothing gets me a boner faster than a woman crying. So let's
the funny thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shuli.
I was just gonna say I've known Bob for almost 30 years, and that's not a joke. That man loves that. Yes, Mike.
The thing is, you can't have that victim stance when you keep saying, I have a better career than them, I'm smarter than them, I'm better than them. You can't be punching down and complaining about getting punched.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, he's punching. If he's as great as he says he constantly is,
he said he can physically beat every single one of us, mentally beat every single one of us. Like
guys, say what you want about Mike David Red Bar. I've never seen that guy show up on his show crying about people bullying him. It doesn't work that way.
No. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Hey, how are you, everybody? Not the hotel.
That's my little pretty girl.
Use my head. If I am a VIP, and they sent me a whole tray of fruits and vegetables.
It's 2 grapes.
I think he got the tray in front of somebody else's room. He picked it up. He brought the tray
sitting out in front of someone's room from the night before. I got 4 French fries. I got a chicken finger.
He goes, just living the life of a VIP. Couple of grapes, couple of forks, whatever you need.
Look, it was right outside my door on the floor when I came here. There was the plate, the tray.
So, the funny thing is, he ordered so much food from room service, they sent him 2 different sets of utensils, thinking there was more than one person there.
I had to go downstairs and complain to them because they had chocolate in my bed because I seen a big stain in the morning. They didn't tell me it was there.
Sir, we put a kid's toy. We put a kid's toy in with your food because obviously you're here with a family.
I got a dinosaur. I got grapes.
Wait, it's a quality hotel because they're plastic forks.
Yeah. Well, that's how he rolls.
There's a reason why there's plastic forks and the window doesn't open in John's room.
Hey, how are you, everybody? I'm at the hotel. I had to use my head.
Did Mike Brady make that fucking room?
I'm a VIP.
Because I'm a
They
VIP.
sent me a whole.
I'm trying to put this puzzle together. What do 2 forks, a VIP? What does this all mean? This is like a game show.
Tray of fruits,
Shuli.
vegetables,
2 grapes.
and nuts, waters. I forgot to bring my fucking brush, so I took these 2 forks and used it to do with comb. You see?
Oh yeah.
Am I a genius or what?
No, you're stupid. You forgot your comb.
I mean, this is your whole thing now. Is your hair? That's your whole brand now. Is this new look you're trying, and you forget your brush?
Jesus. Hey, those paya. Hey, you ever get a room key?
So
You ever get a nail clipper?
when he held this up, I knew exactly what hotel he was staying at.
It's not those paya.
Imagine being next door to this.
VIP, very important person. Deuce paya. You ever get that for your room key? Along with a whole thing of fruit and vegetables and nuts. You ever get that? Deuce paya.
I hope he knows how much those nuts are going to cost when he does not replace them. I hope he's looked at the menu.
Wait, no.
$7.99. What the fuck?
I hope it's one of those that's just on a sensor. Even if you don't open it, once you move it, they charge you for it.
I got my own refrigerator in here. They gave me beers. They gave me liquor.
I got cable.
I got really thick toilet paper, Deuce Pay. It's called a towel. You ever use one of these?
I don't think so. You think so, Carkhead Bob? I don't think so. Thank you, Carkhead Bob. You're welcome.
Crackhead
All right,
Bob.
time out. Because John does that bit all the time.
Yeah.
Did Crackhead Bob used to say you're welcome?
No, it's the most infuriating thing that this
What is the you're welcome part of that bit?
this is he. I mean, nothing he does pisses me off except this. And every time he does it, on the inside, I want to fucking punch somebody. Deuce Payer, you ever get a plate of carrots and broccoli? No, Josh, I'm not that high up on the food chain. Shuli, did you get in your hotel rooms? Probably not. I love the long straw. VIP, very This is what's great about you guys. Wow, crackhead Bob.
Deuce Paya. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, you just combed your hair with 2 forks. But I'm a fucking idiot.
Why does he even drink badly?
Everything he does is horrible.
Can you send up 2 more combs?
Hey,
Can you send up some dinner napkins? I forgot socks.
hey, Carl.
Oh.
You can't take that away from me, can you?
Yeah.
He's not even in a suite. Do you understand? Like, there are actually nice rooms in that hotel that you're in, sir. You're not in one of them. Why would you sit next to the fucking grand piano? Then I'd be impressed.
Right.
It's like him walking around with pilot's wings as a kid going, I flew this fucking thing today. I flew us here. What do you think of that?
Can you imagine holding up a hotel key, no matter what it said on it, and thinking that you're lording that over on someone? Like, oh shit, guys, we're no longer making fun of Stuttering John on Who Are These Podcasts. My fault. I fucked up.
Right.
The last 5 years has been a joke. My bad.
This is where he's at bragging wise these days. This is his fight back to Karl and myself.
Right.
There's
And not for nothing. If you're a real VIP, or even if you're not, you call down the desk, they'll have combs.
yeah, they will. They will. They go, have you thought about using 2 forks, sir?
Or
I mean,
Mike,
we sent you 2 Fox.
if you're good at skee ball, you can get enough of those tickets to get one of those oversized combs. It's fine.
The bar mitzvah, the bar mitzvah DJ combs. Yeah.
Anyway, when I check into hotels, that's what they do. Because they realize my importance to the entertainment community.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Is
we're
that who I
bullying him.
think it is? Get him 2 grapes immediately.
I don't care if that baby's chewing on him. Get him.
2 grapes for Mr. Melendez? Right away.
Grab that 89-cent pack of Planters nuts and get it over to his room ASAP.
Daffodil said I'm breaking things right now.
Oh.
I don't think that I'm being at
Intelligent?
all facetious.
Okay.
Mm.
Do you want me to define what that means?
Yeah, because
Lady
you used
K
it
or-
correctly.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
Lady
I'm
K.
the idiot.
Yeah,
Please,
he's
John,
talking to
explain
Lady
this to
K
me because I'm the dumb person in this scenario. Please. What's facetious mean? Please
Do
explain.
you need me to?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that
Please.
all?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now let me also call out some of my alleged friends.
Liar.
So now we take a turn. Now John's about to call out his alleged friends. Here we go.
Lady K, or do you need me to? Because I will.
Mhm.
Now let me also call out some of my alleged friends and allies. And I am going to name names because it hurts. Dean Obadala.
Dean Obadala. Okay. Now, for people who may not know, Dean Obadala is an attorney, right? Who has like a show on Sirius and a podcast, and he's been
Smart guy.
and he's been a guest on John's show numerous times.
And Shuli, you and I were texting about this. I did not know who this was. I've been following John for a very long time. So I didn't even know that they had a connection. I guess he's been a guest on his show, but I don't watch the political shows that often. I had no idea who he was talking about here.
And Dean Obadala. Yeah. I texted Carl. Carl wrote, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was maybe DG's real name or something. Like, oh, is that who Dean is?
Right. Yeah. Because I go, dude, he's lost it today. And he's like, over what? Dean Obadaba. And he's like, what? Is that a planet?
Here's a guy that I thought was my friend.
Now, you would think this guy was his co-host for years on this fucking show, the way this is hitting him. And
Yeah, like Royce or Noel Castler or Hal Sparks or any of the numerous people who have been his co-hosts.
Dina,
and we'll never
Badada,
talk to him
lady,
again.
Children at her feet.
yeah, I mean, and the thing that upsets him the most is that the guy won't get back to him. That's it. The guy didn't go anywhere. He didn't say anything.
Unreal.
He just doesn't want any part of this. And John is disgusted.
I've had Dean on my show multiple times.
Maybe that's why.
I have complimented him.
Have you paid him?
Wait, Carl, we're going through the list of why Dean should
I'm
be
listening.
on.
I'm listening.
I've done his show,
Thank you.
Oh.
He's done
and
mine.
he's done mine. But then I guess the doubt.
And that concludes our list of reasons why Dean and I should be friends.
Dabbleverse got a hold of him.
The Dabbleverse got a hold of him.
Right.
Then I guess somewhere
I actually have him
along
tied
the
up
way-
in the other room. You want me to ungag him?
The Dabbleverse has kidnapped Dino Badinko.
But then I guess the Dabbleverse got a hold of him. Then I guess somewhere along the way, Dean Obadala chopped off his balls.
Now he's Dino to 50 cents. He's no longer the dollar.
He's Dina Badala.
Dina.
And decided to ghost me.
A VIP.
Hold on. Didn't John recently change his number? Is it possible the guy just blocks unknown numbers from his phone?
Could be.
Because I do.
I mean, look, it's a possibility, but the reality that we're talking about here is this guy going, why? What is this mess? Why would I be associated with?
There have been times that I've texted people who are a higher rung in the entertainment industry than I am, and they haven't gotten back to me right away. The last thing I would do is start a live stream, be like, "Fuck Jim Norton! I texted the fucking guy. He hasn't got. Oh, here it is right now. Oh, hey Karl. Oh shit, never mind. Sorry, Jim. My bad.
Never mind.
Tomorrow on DS, I'm like, Sal Vulcano, you got no balls.
Yeah. Fuck.
Now, for a long while there,
By the way, this is such one-man show energy coming off of John right here. It's ridiculous.
It's a performance.
He's going, and to think that, he's like,
turn my.
That's what happens when you get grapes, man. I'm like that. I always get grapes before I go on
Sugar high.
stage because it
Sugar high.
fucking makes me crazy.
Yeah.
grapes are good for performing. You're right. That is true.
to it. John, maybe Dean's going through something.
Sure.
No, not anymore.
No.
No. Because I've done nothing to this man. Zero. I have not done
And
anything
he calls
bad
me
to him.
Barbara. He
Yeah,
calls
you-
me Barbara, and he does all fucking day.
You tell him, Farrah Fawcett.
I'm just being a hot chick over here. This guy's not getting back to me. I don't get it.
Hey, John, are you going to wash Dina Dadaba out of your hair?
I have not trashed him. I have not said one bad word about him.
You
He
are
was-
right now.
Yeah, like you just started off this segment by saying he has no balls. Oh, there's his finger.
But I won't tolerate cowardness.
Cowardness.
Not going to do it. And when you ghost me and blank me,
Wow.
Blank
I've
me?
done that to a few chicks.
Yeah,
I'm
what
not
is
gonna lie
this?
to you.
What is this? That game show? We go, and then he blanked him. But then what is it? Password?
You're supposed to blank them, then ghost them. That's the way you
Right.
do it.
I take offense. Then I call you Mr.
All right.
Hey.
And then ghost
And
him. And then
Yeah.
I blank him.
Yeah. Stuttering John's guest blanked him. All right. Hey, Richard Dawson, what do you think?
I'm going to say spanked him.
Brett Levy, what's your guess on that?
I'd like to blank him in the ass.
Oh!
Yeah.
Dollar coward.
Wow.
To DM me and say, John, I don't want to get involved. These guys are loons. I don't want anything to do with it.
Right. Just tell me you're a coward. Don't let me think you're a coward by you not getting back to me.
And what John is revealing right now is that anytime he reaches out to someone and says, hey, you want to do my show? They might Google the Stuttering John show. Because he knows what the results page looks like. And he goes, God damn it, the Devilverse did it again.
But even more importantly, that person that he reaches out to do his show doesn't get back to him. Well, now war
what I
has
mean.
been declared. Yeah.
Right. Like, he's
Absolutely.
just he's making this assumption right now. There's so many different reasons why this guy might not have gotten back to him. Maybe he's busy. That's a possibility.
Maybe. Maybe the guy's doing hard time right now. We don't know.
We don't know.
Didn't John just say the writer's strike? They can't do anything anyway? That was his...
All right, he can't write him back in an email. That's true. That's,
Nelson said, blank a doodle do.
that's the bit. That's the joke. You're right.
Respect that. Because I've done nothing to bring this on.
No, never.
Dean,
If that is your name.
I haven't. I didn't.
I wouldn't.
I won't.
I did it. I had it. I wouldn't.
Oh, can you pull up Tiger Lily's message real? I just want to address this real quick.
Yes.
So when John and I had this bet about him asking OJ to sign his knife,
Right.
and he met up with Richie Wilson. They were down in Florida. I guess he met up with Richie Wilson or something. And so John called me and I didn't answer. And then he texted me 2 words, call me. I fucking hate that. When
Yes.
a dude, or actually anyone, texts you, call me, I'm like, no, fuck off. I'm not calling you. So then he responded after that when I didn't call him with a voice message where he recorded Richie Wilson saying, "Hey, I don't know what this is about, but John wanted me to tell you that, yeah, he did ask OJ to sign this knife as Richie Wilson."
It's the only way you're going to get away from
man.
this
This is-
motherfucker.
This
So
is a
needy.
grown fucking man.
Yeah, it was so needy.
Everybody's held hostage by this idiot. It's unbelievable. Poor Richie's got a family. He's got businesses. He's got to take time.
You tell me, Richie's just like, I don't know what this is about. You're probably a great guy. But anyway, John's telling me I got to say this thing.
I can't wait to chat with Richie in Vegas coming soon. I love it. There's gonna be a lot of John talk at that wedding.
I bet.
Oh yeah.
I didn't ask for this to go on. When I left Stern, Dean, you know that guy Howard Stern, one of the biggest radio shows in the world?
You work for him?
Me being a significant part, the OG of the golden age.
Obnoxious jerk off.
When I left that show, I got a myriad of hate thanks to Howard's immaturity. Jay Leno had a worldwide, a whole bunch of hate come his way.
Wow.
But when I apologized to Jay and said, Jay, I'm sorry, all of this attack on you is because of me.
John, I can't hear you. You're in the audience.
You're in the fourth row. Why are you crying in the fourth row, John?
When John was on the Howard Stern show, did he ever go to Howard and say, "Hey, let's stop picking on Rosie O'Donnell. I think some of the fans might be fucking with her." Hey, something about Chevy Chase. Yeah, Kathy Lee. I think maybe some of the fans are, they're probably fucking with them. Was John ever concerned about anyone that Howard was going after at any point?
Of course not.
Of course not.
And then listen to the scenario this picture that he paints. I left the show. I was hated. I came to Jay's show. I was hated. What's the one common denominator here, John? It ain't the show.
It's Howard's fault.
Yeah, it's Howard's fault, of course.
Being the man with integrity that he is, put his hand on my shoulder.
No.
Back up, motherfucker.
And said, we need this shirt back. You keep fucking stealing shirts from here.
John, that mug has my name on it. You got to put it back.
I don't give a fuck. Now I could almost shed a tear.
Here we go. Setting it up. Here we go. Here we go.
It's called foreshadowing.
There's no
Wait, hold on a
crying
second.
VIP buildings.
Does the VIP also give you onions to cut up? Because I'm curious about this. A lot of fruits and vegetables around.
And said, Sean, I don't give a fuck. I could almost shed a tear.
About something that happened 30 years ago.
Because that meant the world to me.
That was the greatest I don't give a fuck I've ever heard in my life.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
Because Jay Leno had my back.
Yeah.
Jay Leno wasn't going to let my haters and Howard Stern.
What was Jay supposed to say? Yes, I'm sorry, John, but you fired. I mean, we got a couple of emails and someone sent in a letter. Yeah, you got to go.
Tiger Lily says he was crying because he had to stay sober to be this.
Bother him. He wasn't going to do it.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
What the fuck
Over
is
there.
that?
What is that?
Give him 10 chances. He'll get it.
And then he goes, "Oh, it's the other cheek."
Yeah.
Howard Stern. Bother him. He wasn't going to do it.
Great.
Neither was Debbie Vickers. Neither was Joe Medeiros. Neither was Dave Burke. They had my back.
They made the mistake of hiring me in the first place.
I applaud them, and I will always be friends with them. That's why I'm helping one of the producers in organizing our 10-year reunion that will occur next year.
I thought he was going to say something important. I'm helping him organize a reunion. I actually made the Evite myself. It's going to go out.
Did I mention there will be trivia as well? I want to throw that in.
I have to bring
one told me there was going to be boasting.
I have to bring the beverages and cupcakes.
Yeah. You think Roy thinks in his mind he's just saying, think of Thurman Munson to get him to cry.
But to have people
Here we go.
like Dino Badala, Ghost. He's not the only one.
Badala. Keep the change.
There are a couple others, and I think you know.
I thought he said he was naming names.
Yeah. Well, we have to guess. Then he'll say whether or not that's the right one.
Oh, I think Karl. Wait a minute.
Oh, Karl.
You know.
You know. And Karl has mentioned a couple others.
Oh.
And yes, that is a tear.
Oh. Wow.
What did somebody litter? What are you crying for?
No,
Somebody didn't litter.
afraid to cry. No, I don't consider myself less of a man.
John, hold on. It's okay to cry.
Right.
There's certain times to cry.
Yeah.
This isn't one of them.
Talking about Jay Leno.
Hey.
No, he's talking about a
Dino
guest that didn't get back to his email.
It really is. He's crying over a guy that didn't DM him. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm just one man, Roy said.
Do you think you're better than D. Snyder, who actually did write me back?
Feed accidentally picked up the phone, and now he's on the show.
Emotions. Not at all.
No, you got it. You're stopping me now. I no. Listen, man. This is just bad acting. I'm sorry. This is like, you know. Oh God. I don't know what to think.
Here's another theory. Go ahead. Finish your thought. Another theory here, because I used to hear Howard rip on Richard Christie all the time, because Richard would cry about everything.
Mm-hmm.
He'd cry about his sports team winning. He'd cry about Metallica coming into the studio, whatever it was. And Howard used to go, "Richard, you're an alcoholic. This is one of the side effects of alcoholism. You cry about fucking everything." And I was like, is there something to this? Because why is John crying about this right now? He's in Vegas. You can only imagine he tied one on the night before. And now he gets up, turns his webcam on and starts crying about this.
But what's he there for? He's to meet somebody?
Yeah. Chick.
He's dating somebody, or he's meeting some chick and her kids. And she's in Vegas.
That's always a fun time in Vegas with underage kids. It's always a good time.
Good place to go for that.
Yeah, Vegas, it's made for families. You kidding me?
Yeah.
When you have a guy like Jay Leno, have you back
in all denim,
and not distance himself from you.
Well, he had a contract. What the fuck was he going to do?
But again, there's a little truth in this monologue he's doing right now, where he says distance themselves from you. And like, John, I believe that and you're aware people are distancing themselves from you. I think you're in complete and total denial as to why.
Right.
And you're somehow blaming them for distancing you for no reason at all. You're like those dudes who used to come into that fucking liquor shop I used to work at on Fremont Street before weed was legal, and they'd be covered in head to toe weed leaf shit, hats, jackets, shirts, and they come in and they go, "Man, the cops are dicks out here, man." It's like, well, you're giving them a head start, man. You're helping them out. Like, at some point, you got to look in the mirror and go, maybe I'm wearing one too many weed leaves.
Yeah, it's like those guys in the Volkswagen bus where there's the smoke billowing out of the thing. Like, we keep getting pulled over, these fucking assholes. Yeah.
Man, like at some point you got to be like, maybe it's me.
But instead, make you feel at home.
What if he just goes line? You just see figure out where is that.
Since I'd been kicked out of mine.
It means a lot.
Can I just say, I'm sorry, I hate interrupting it so much, but
Please.
John is actually crying just like this right now. Dallas is up 26-0 with 6:25 to go in the second quarter.
Oh my God.
They're getting blown. The Giants are getting blown out right now. John is crying in front of his TV going, Jay Leno would definitely not be happy about this.
Oh my.
Steady dimes.
Where was the tear during his touching tribute to Sam?
He tried.
Yeah,
He tried.
you couldn't hear him. He could. Thank you, Shuli Chatters and Tim. Andrea, how you doing, kiddo? Gentlemen, we speak your names. Funky Eb, we speak yours. Thank you for the 2 months, my friend.
And then when you have cowards like Dino Powell
And the cowardness.
and two others that we know,
Who's the two others I need to know?
So Hal Sparks has got to be one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
And then who do you think?
And everybody else.
Oh, what about that guy on Twitter, Filipowski? Has he been on since he's come back?
Right.
Good
that
call.
could be one. Yeah.
Ron, right? Ron.
Filipowski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Well, that
maybe John Fugelsang. That's another one. Probably doesn't.
Right.
know John anymore.
I mean,
Isn't that the guy Ray had on?
Yeah, that's a war everybody wants is Fugelsang Melendez war.
Ray DeVito had Fugelsang on his show.
He did.
I've lost all respect for John Fugelsang.
Wait,
Oh no, you got to see. I mean,
Yeah.
Ray, the guy, John was going into like bits. He would say, Ray would say something, and then he'd go into like a fucking something funny he was doing with his wife, and Ray go, "Yeah, I'm not married." Like he's just interrupting him
Ray
as
would
he's
just
going.
cut
And it's
him
like,
Oh.
Bob's right. The second the guy would get started, Ray would cut him off either with a super chat or change the subject or sing. It was, I mean, talk about
you gotta
hard
watch
work.
it, Carl. You gotta watch.
Yeah.
I
that
gotta
one.
check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Listen-
there's a lot of meat on that fucking bone.
I've tried to
that one.
coach Ray multiple times. I've done my best.
Listen, that's a listener submission from me and Bob Levy for
right,
you
sounds
guys.
good.
turn your back on you.
What?
For no reason.
No, never a reason.
I ask someone to be on my show too much, baby. So
This is my favorite, John. Carl is ask and answer question, John, because he always does this too many times. They'll be like, "Did I? No. Did I? Yes. Did I?
Did I
No."
want to? Maybe.
We were sniping it right before my show. We just like a soft open kind of thing. I'm like, holy shit, what's going on? So we were watching this, and he was going through this list of things like, do I answer my own questions? Sometimes.
for no reason. Did I ask someone to be on my show too much, baby? So all you had to do was tell me, and I would have
Who's
stopped.
that? Who's that?
Maybe I just
That has to be Hal, right?
I just-
Yeah, I would think it's how, or Opie. Maybe he sends him the link like Brennan every
Oh.
day.
Mm.
When he opened up his Twitter DMs on his computer for everyone to see, Opie was front of the line there.
Yeah.
He was trying to DM with Opie. So that could be it. That's a good call.
thought you were an incredible talent.
And I've had them all over the world.
But when you have a guy like Number One, who ghosts you and blanks you, doesn't give you the respect to respond.
What a dick.
I don't want to be involved in this.
It's
garbage.
really hard to say, I don't really like you to somebody. You know, it's
Right.
better
Yeah,
just to kind
right.
of blow them off.
Yeah.
It's so true. It's so true.
Who
It's
wants to
the
get into that
easiest-
argument of why he's an asshole and he's not going to listen to me?
Also,
Right.
Bob, he doesn't really listen to that. I've told John he's an asshole 1,000 fucking times on the internet in front of tens of thousands of people, and John's still like, "You want to go get beer sometime?" So it doesn't matter.
I'll watch your cat.
Yeah,
You're fat and you talk like a moron.
So he said that to his face. And then following that, John goes, "You and your wife are on the house when I see you guys."
Yeah, when he's saying blanking,
It makes you think to fill in the blank. Like, he's not using it correct. When he goes and blanked me, I'm thinking hand job.
Yeah.
Now, what did he say? Does
Back
he
to the
mean
game.
Ghost him? Does he mean ghost?
Well, he says ghost and blanked him. So that's
Okay, I don't know what that.
Well, those the youngsters use that term when you don't get back to somebody. When you don't
ghost, I
return
understand.
Right.
Blanky, so I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I was letting Bob
Blanks
know.
for nothing. Carlos kid said. Blanks for nothing.
Okay, so it is. I guess his kids use it, or maybe this girl's kids, to ignore someone or pretend that you have not seen them or do not know them. That's to blank somebody.
Oh, I didn't even
And Mike,
know.
I'm sorry that I blanked you a couple months ago.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Fuck you.
I 100% understand. I don't blame you, but thanks for getting back to me. Thanks for letting me know.
Thank you for not being a friend.
Take a hint, John. Jesus Christ. This is so pathetic.
Oh.
At least then.
I asked you to the senior prom, and you didn't even tell me that I'm ugly and you don't want to go with me. You just blanked me.
There's always Sadie Hawkins. What are you going to do? Gross. Point blank.
Gave me the respect and the acknowledgement.
Thank you.
That I am a human being.
Jesus Christ. What a drama queen.
You need somebody to be a guest on your show to acknowledge that, let you know that you're a human being, John. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
At least if he was a woman, he can go, "Hey, I was bleeding from my pussy. Give me a break, that show." You know?
Yeah, right.
Cut me
My
some
cunt
slack.
was fucking dripping. So.
Yeah, I had a wound. I had a wound going on.
And he could use that excuse, but he is postmenopausal with that fucking hair.
Yeah, that's true.
That is your political ally that is fighting for the same things that you are.
This is Hal, I think.
But instead, you cowardly took the high road and blanked me.
What? You took the high? What? You cowardly took the high road, which is not the road you take.
Yep.
Oh,
No, you know it.
Down too.
Bob's on the high road since that second cookie. I can tell you that.
I'm on a high.
You cowardly took the high road. Wow.
Wow. He's so stupid.
Yeah, look at Nelson. They gave him respect, but he doesn't take no for an answer, which makes people block and ghost and ignore him.
Right. Forgive you. Ever. I'll never forgive you.
That's why he doesn't talk to you anymore. He doesn't care.
Act of cowardness.
Cowardness again.
Again, yeah.
It is totally an act of cowardice.
Oh, he says,
I know.
Got it.
Wow. And scene.
Dean, let me let you in on something. I'm one man.
Really?
I brought these forks, okay?
I'm one man and wipe my nose with one hand. What do you think of that, dude? What the fucking, I'm one man and then wipe snot with his fucking hand.
Man.
Uh,
I was a school teacher who changed kids' lives for the better.
Oh, come on.
Wait a minute. He was. How long did he do this for? Truthfully,
1 year.
He's reading the back of a Stand and Deliver DVD. This isn't his story.
Mr. Holland
yeah,
is here.
this. We're doing very good in school.
Thank you, man.
I saved the Cholo gangbanger from the street.
I'm going to make a suggestion. It's your show.
Yes.
But this is where I started sniping him. This is the one thing I've seen. Let
Yes.
it play. This is fucking
Okay.
unbelievable, this asshole.
Wow.
Here we go. I'm listening to the master.
I'm one man who's a school teacher who changed kids' lives for the better.
I left.
I've received a myriad of cards and emails and texts
One text.
from parents and students.
Stay away from my kids.
Parents.
Thanks for leaving.
For changing
My shirt.
kids' lives for the better.
Where's my fork? I gotta get my hair out of my eyes.
I have 3 loving kids who I will love unconditionally.
That's not,
I have a loving
they're
mother.
shitheads.
Yeah.
Right?
No matter how much shit they talk about me in the future.
I mean, they treat you like shit. I love them unconditionally. It's not a good thing.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like he's the only parent loves their kids unconditionally. Everybody else,
Yeah.
they have to
And-
get paid.
He's talking about the school kids, his kids.
Well,
There's
yeah.
too much kids in your life, John. Like, what are you doing?
This whole
And
thing
the
where
parents,
the kids
the parents don't hit you up for that.
are right.
No.
And he was posting this on Twitter before he came back to the internet, where he was showing these cards that he got. So obviously, the kids are being told to like write thank you notes to their teachers.
Yes,
and-
that's
and-
what happens. That's
Exactly. I
literally
got,
what
like,
happens
fucking-
every year.
Right.
No, let me
Yeah.
just say, every year at the end of the year, they say you got to write a thank you note to the teacher. That's
Right.
It's not that they don't think of
I
it.
went-
It's a thing they have to do. Go ahead, Bob.
I went into my son's school, whatever, and did a fucking thing about career day. Okay,
Right.
I fucking got thrown out for. They didn't even want me to finish it. I got like fucking 30 letters sent to me, and I was like, "Fuck!" You see, they like me. They should have never thrown me out. Yeah, they made. And now I realize what's going on.
Yeah.
They didn't even say. They go, "You don't have to do the other 2 classes. It's enough."
They
I-
go,
I-
take the day off. You did
I
great.
worked
Listen,
for
they
a-
didn't video that, did they, Bob? Because that would be
Yeah,
the best
no.
thing ever.
I brought
worked
my.
for
We'll save it for tomorrow. Just bring it
All
up
right,
tomorrow.
Go ahead, Carl. What were we going
I'm
to say?
so sorry.
I brought my major award.
All
Carl, what
I,
would you just
I
say
gotta
about
watch that tomorrow. I worked for a small company. There was like a dozen people in the company, and I got a birthday card on my birthday, and everyone signed it. Happy birthday, Karl. And by the way, everyone else gets a birthday card on their birthday too, with everyone signing it happy birthday
Yes.
to them. It doesn't make you special in
Yeah.
any single way. And also the fact that John's going, he was a substitute teacher, and the fact that he's going, he changed kids' lives. They loved him. Kids love the substitute teacher because they can fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everyone loves with this. Yeah, John's here. Yeah, we're gonna fuck off all day. Yeah,
He's going to talk about Tonight Show instead of giving us homework. Excellent.
right.
Yeah.
John, when you're a sub, your job is to make sure no one in your class gets pregnant during your class. You understand? That's it. That's it.
Especially by you.
Right.
Right.
And it was almost 100%.
Loving family.
His family left him.
Yeah. They love getting the fuck out of there. That's what that family loved.
And I don't deserve it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't choose this fight.
Oh.
Oh,
It was brought to me.
okay, Braveheart.
Thank you for blood, not me.
This is a big difference from when he started off with bragging about having 2 forks and that stuff. Man.
You're right.
Hey, Johnny Two Fork, you're not so tough now, are you?
Where's Mr. VIP all of a sudden?
Now
Yeah.
now that the grapes are gone.
Reality sets in. Now that the grapes are gone.
I could see him with a rubber band putting the 2 forks together to try to get it.
Somebody called him Scambo instead of Rambo. I didn't ask. What was that? That's a line and a half.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't choose this fight.
I didn't choose this fight. Actually, you did. You went out of your way to shit on people that weren't saying anything about you for years.
Right.
For years.
It's over, Johnny Adams said.
It was brought to me.
They drew first blood, not me.
I was just doing a political show.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I was just over here minding my own business.
Who's he talking about? That one.
And he got canceled. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he try to cancel your entire fucking Patreon, Carl?
Yeah, and let me clear this up because people like to goof on me about this. What John tried to do, he reached out to the CEO of Patreon to have my Patreon taken down because I had a connection to my Discord. If you sign up for a certain level, you got certain permissions in my Discord. So John's angle was there were guys using gamer words in my Discord, not me, other people. So John tried to get my Patreon taken down, going to the CEO of Patreon based on something that was happening in my Discord that I had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Very different. That's called trying to cancel someone. All right. That's very different than anything I've ever done.
And not like I remember, because it's not like he just brought it up and left it alone. Like he went out and emailed people. Didn't he dox himself at one point? And that's how you knew like he was like really doing this?
Yeah. It wasn't just a one instance. It was multiple instances with YouTube and Patreon. And he sent me a cease and desist. He was going to sue me. There were so many different things that he did. And so now when he plays the victim here, it's insane to me.
Crazy.
Fucking piece of shit.
I started with canceling my stand-up gigs, Dean. How'd you feel about that?
What's Dean have to do with it?
Yeah, what happened here?
Now it's all Dean's fault.
Yeah, fuck Dean, man.
So
Fuck
Dean is that?
Dean wrote his act for him, apparently.
No.
Jesus, Dean, if you just would have DM'd the guy, you wouldn't be facing all this anger right now.
Hey, Shuli, can I also point out real quick, this is the guy who was wearing a party hat and blowing streamers because our YouTube channel was down.
Right.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And another thing. No.
Club in Corpus Christi and threatened the club owner if he had me, they would commit a bunch of violence towards women. And the club owner got cold feet and canceled me, even though I was sold out for the Friday show.
Maybe he got excited. He wanted to fucking hit some women. What the fuck?
Yeah.
This never happened.
Well, he wanted an excuse to cancel a show that had 3 tickets sold. That's what it was.
John is teary-eyed here. He's explaining that everyone's against him. He doesn't have a friend in this world, but he still had to brag about selling out the Friday show. He still found a way to weave that into this conversation, even though the early show on Friday was almost completely sold out.
Like, Carl, you've been around the Carlson and enough comedy shows to know if you're sold out for Friday night, the show's going on. Like
I've said this many times. Dave Smith came to Rochester, comedy at the Carlson, and Antifa decided to show up and protest it. They had over 40 people outside protesting the show. The local news showed up as a whole thing, and the club did not cancel the show. The dumbest thing you could do is give those people power. If someone says, we're going to have violence against women, you just be like, oh, okay.
Right, especially
like,
in Texas.
Club owner?
Yeah, it's Texas. The women will take care of themselves. What? I'm sorry, who?
Thing. It's hilarious. It's up on top. It went up, but it's fucking hilarious. And this is the fact, man. If you book John to do stand up, I will burn witches at a stake. And,
right.
And you know,
that's how dumb that is.
Well, but it's amazing that, you know, John, it's somebody saying in a nice way, we don't want you playing here.
Right.
Don't bother.
Yeah, we'll call you with another date.
Right.
How'd you feel about that? Nothing to do with anything I did.
Of course not.
No, never is.
It was because I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
I represent love, peace, and harmony and acceptance. Did I work?
I think we all, John. I really think we all do. I mean, like I've never had any. You know, I don't understand
remember
what he's trying.
It was so beautiful when he said he's going to crush all our skulls. That was like kind of a beautiful thing.
That was love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when I said we should just do like a roast and we'll all get together? We'll share laughs. You said, no, I want to have a boxing match and punch them all in the faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of love.
Didn't he challenge us 1 by 1 too? All of us at the
His
same
arm
level?
was tied behind his back, and it's unbelievable how much.
Well, he also wished for every Republican to die of COVID because they didn't want to get vaccinated. They shall just die. I mean, there's a bit of John's actually, he hates 50% of the population of America, and he is very active about that. He'll say it nonstop, but he's also about peace and love and understanding. So there's also that.
Not only does he hate half of America, without question, and there is nothing these people can say to change his mind about it. His mind is made up.
Well, they could buy him a beer at the bar.
Oh yeah, you're right. Buy back. Love you.
When he called me on the phone, he goes, "Karl, you a righty or a lefty?" And I thought he meant like what arm do I throw with? I was like,
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about politics. Okay. So then I explained to him that I voted for Trump the second time, but only so that John would have something to talk about on his show. I go, John, I did vote for Trump, but it was only to keep your show going because God forbid Biden would get in. What the fuck would you talk about? And I was right. And I did everything.
Yeah.
Controversial show like Howard Stern, yeah. Was it a different time? Yeah.
It's annoying.
But things said then that can't be said now, yeah.
Doing that again.
Is he talking about 1875?
His hair is, I'll tell you that.
But can people change?
Not you.
What's the times? Are we allowed to?
Can shirts change?
I think that's called growing.
Much like this booger dangling down my face is growing.
Hey, John, you want to see me grow?
That, Mr. Robadalla, is the human experiment, is it? Then, Dean.
Does he think in his mind he's doing like closing arguments of a big trial or something?
They called my next gig in Alameda, California.
Well, so he's saying Dean did that?
Yeah.
He just said Dean did that.
No,
Dean. Yeah.
Well, he just said it though.
He did say it, but what he's trying to say is that this is what they did to me, type of thing. But
I think he said
Put that back a little bit.
Yeah.
That didn't sound like that.
Maybe me?
No.
Then, Dean, they called my next gig in Alameda, California. And they canceled me again. This time, threatening the club owner with bad Yelp and Google reviews, and the club owner got cold feet.
And how did John handle this, Karl? Remind me.
By telling his listeners to give them bad Yelp reviews.
Thank you. John went to his patrons and said, "Go leave bad Yelp reviews at this club that canceled me in fear."
You got to fight fire with fire, apparently.
Yeah, amazing, amazing.
And canceled on me again. I lost thousands of dollars.
Betting
And my manager emailed me. I still have the email.
Of course you do.
This is not a work.
Forward it to me, please.
But my manager emailed me and said, "You're unbookable."
You're unbookable. You're unbookable. I think Michael Richards' agent was the only agent in history to send an
And
email.
John, wouldn't it be better if he just ghosted you and blanked you? Instead, you're going to get that email saying you're unbookable. It hurts, right? It sucks.
Unbookable.
Yeah, unbookables. I like it.
Wasn't Shane Gillis had his SNL problems, and he just had a Netflix special that's I think #1 on Netflix.
It's phenomenal, yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah.
I can't manage anymore. There's 5,000 people on Dabbles Anonymous that are determined to keep you down. That are determined to call your innocent mother.
Oh no.
On Christmas morning.
You ever see Nick Kroll do this character Bobby Bottle Service?
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like this Jersey Guido. And the funniest part is every time he brings up his mom, he starts getting choked up and starts crying because he's such a mama's boy. He's like, I want to wish you a happy Mother's.
We were playing this part, like I said, we were just like sniping it before the show started. And when he was doing this, producer Chris goes, and I was trying to open my stocking.
At 3:30. Twice.
You can't call her 3:30 twice. Well, AM, PM.
Yeah.
Control her. My kids don't even want me to mention or show pictures of them.
Of course not.
I don't think that has anything to do with that.
Holy shit! You literally put your trans kid on Vice, John.
Yeah.
Jesus
man.
Christ! Of course they don't want you mentioning them or showing pictures of them. Jesus, he's the one guy who goes, they didn't choose to be famous. They don't want any part of this. And then what does he do? He sends in the tweet of the photo of his trans son to Vice and says, "Put this on the show. It'll be a good way to end the episode."
Wow.
But he did it for $300.
Right, you got an extra $300.
An extra 300. Yeah, an extra 3.
What an asshole.
Man.
Those are people like Anthony Cumia,
I mean, him.
who have no problem in posting their pictures.
What a dick.
Like Karl, who has no problem calling my kids losers.
Wow.
John, your kids are losers.
Wow, you had no problem doing that. Wow.
No, you know what? Honestly, I did that as a joke when we were reviewing his book. I go, wow, because he goes, he dedicated his book to his kids. I go, wow, those kids sound like losers. Because I know that like ruffles his feathers. And then
Sure.
I put in the description of the episode, and we talk about John's losers' kids, and it's fun. You know, it was all a joke just to get, and it worked because he reacted to it and all this kind of stuff. But honestly, I watched the videos of two of his kids giving speeches at Susanna's wedding to Aaron, and they're really sweet. They're great. Like, these kids seem like they're fantastic people. I would never play them on my show. I think that's crossing a line. But it really does show. It's like, no, these are just like great kids who are doing the best they can with what they have.
Absolutely. Yeah, just leave them out of shit, John. You don't need
Stop bringing it
to.
up,
I mean,
John.
the
I don't want to
struggle-
talk about your kids.
Right.
Yeah, and when you're going through something like this, you don't want it in the internet. You know what I mean?
No.
You don't.
No, you don't.
Thank God, something just great
Oh.
happened.
Thank God. I hope he's transitioning into funny when he comes back, Mike.
Who has no problem saying that one of my kids looks like Baba Booey, and that's an
Baba
insult.
Booey.
Yeah. So that article that came out with this one daughter who said that she's homeless and food insecure, and there was the photo of her in the article, and I go, some people are saying she looks like Baba Booey, and we're not sure who the real father is. And then I said that to John's face. He's like, "You think that's funny?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, kind of.
It's kind of fun.
It's kind of funny, right?" And he still brings it up as if it's like the worst thing ever happened. I'm like, listen, I didn't put her photo on the internet or realize she looked like Baba Booey. Other people told me that. I was reporting on the news here.
Well, speaking of kids' photos on the internet, I want to get your take on an OG from the Dabbleverse that is acting a bit strange these days. Not their old self, and that is Muttering
I've been
Jay.
tired. Oh, no.
Not you, Muttering Jay. What are you making of this? I mean, the Muttering Jay was the #1 news source on anything John related. And it was great, and everybody enjoyed it. And something changed, I believe. What are your thoughts on this?
Everything about the way that Muttering Jay is tweeting is the exact opposite of how that person used to tweet. And I feel like it either got hacked or because Muttering Jay made an announcement. He's like, "All right, I'm done with this. I'm not doing this anymore." And then an hour later has tweeted 1,000 times more about this very thing. So it's almost like he handed it over to someone else or someone hacked the account. Here's what I want to say to Muttering Jay, who I've gone back and forth with just a little bit here and there. Because, I mean, Muttering Jay and I used to communicate quite a bit on Twitter. he had some great scoops, and there were some things
Same
that
here.
I would feed him, and there were,
Yeah.
you know, we had a great relationship. So whatever the fuck is going on with this account now, I invite this person on my show. Come on, Who Are These Podcasts? I would love to talk to you about this. I want to know why you've changed so much, why you're on Stuttering John's side now. Do you think that he could do no wrong? And the things you're complaining about are all things that you used to do. So it seems a little bit hypocrite. So I'd love to talk to Muttering Jay about that if he wants to come on my show. Open invitation. Maybe I'll DM him.
There you go.
There you
See, we're trying to mend fences here, man.
Reaching
That's
out.
all. Reaching out, touching you, touching me.
Dude, honestly, when people go at me real hard, and I'm sure you get this too, Shuli. If I get people who just like are going at me on multiple platforms and boom, 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 I'll oftentimes get to a point I'm like, do you want to come on the show and we'll just hash this out? I don't know what the problem is here. Let's talk about it. If I did something wrong, I'm happy to explain it or apologize for it or whatever it is. And it always, 100% of the time so far, it's ended up in, well, no, I'm not going to come on your show. I mean, you know, you're a professional and I wouldn't be able to blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm not. You've been calling me not a professional on every platform for the last month. Can you come on my show? We can talk about this. And all of a sudden, they don't want to talk about it anymore. It's like, okay. I don't want to use the word keyboard warrior, but I think you know what I'm saying here. It's like, I'm happy to
totally
have any of
understand.
these people on the show. We can hash it out.
And I think that's a smart approach. I think that's a good move.
That's what he said. Verbatim. So that's what I'm talking about, Mr. Obadala.
Oh, that's right. That's what we're talking about.
That's the hate that I'm going through
That has nothing to do with you.
on a daily basis. Have I made mistakes? Sure.
I've made a few, but then again, not too few to mention.
Is this shirt one of those mistakes? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Have I attacked those that attacked me? Yeah. Am I guilty of that? Hell yeah. Do I try and defend myself? Yes.
Do I clip my toenails? No.
List? No.
Am I wait, what?
Am I guilty of that? Hell yeah. Do I try and defend myself? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I flawless? No.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
No. Flawless.
But my heart will always be in the right place. On the side of love and acceptance.
It's enlarged and barely working, but it's in the right place.
On the side of love and acceptance, this guy just said.
And you,
No, we love you too.
Yeah, like what role are
But
you auditioning
everybody
for?
lives like this. Everybody, it doesn't matter who you vote for or whatever. This is what you want. You just want that. You want to be happy like that. He's
Producer Joe.
like breaking down walls.
I don't want to tell you how to do your job, Producer Joe, but this would be a good place to splice in the scene from One Too Many where John's in the car with the angel and the devil is calling him an F-slur sea sucker for not wanting to sleep with a third chick in the relationship and drops so many homophobic slurs over and over again. And John wrote that into the script and actually acted it out. And it's not that long ago. Might be a good time to pop that in there.
That's great. Get on it, Frog.
out of love. And you, my friend, should be ashamed.
Again, Dean did nothing to him. He just didn't respond to him. Now he's got to be ashamed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I was kidnapped. I just got back. I just watched your show.
Oh yeah.
And he's, maybe he's hanging out with Drunk on Cringe. Who knows what's going on over there?
But this is funny because in John's mind, he's equated this getting his gigs canceled. His mom got a phone call on Christmas morning, all of this stuff. And now it's all on Dean for this thing that he had nothing to do with that. And it's very similar to John's thing about me right now. He's very mad at me because there was a prank pulled on John where he was trying to goof on Anthony. And instead, in the Photoshop, there was a swastika. And Shuli was communicating with the person who did that ahead of time. And so now John is mad at me for something I had nothing to do with. I didn't coordinate any of this. Shuli and this other guy did it.
Well, but wait, he's also mad at me for something that didn't happen. His Twitter being shut down. That didn't happen. Nothing was canceled.
Right. You don't get canceled for that sort of thing. That's what's so insane about all of this. He's like, and they were trying to ruin my life. I'm like, no, it was a prank. It was
Yeah.
kind of a funny prank that they got over on you because you're a moron. That was the joke.
Right. The point is he never looks at any shit that as long as it's anti whatever that he's
Right.
anti, he'll throw it up.
Correct.
Yeah,
That was
the
joke.
guy he just fired from his show helped him get a swastika off his super chats.
He's
10
done
minutes before he fired him.
He's done 5 episodes in a row mad at me for not addressing that. Or I don't know what I was supposed to do about it. I was supposed to like denounce Shuli or something. I don't even know. I'm like, I had nothing to do with any of this, John. It was a prank and they got over on you. I don't know what to tell you. He's doing the same thing with Dean here.
He wants you to have some sort of statement. He wants you to have some sort of statement condemning me and our actions. And the swastika.
Says you?
Right.
I made multiple statements. It was a funny prank, and John, you got had.
Oh no, he's not gonna like that.
He's not
gonna like that.
So,
what about this Ditka guy? Ditka's fucking with him, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He always brings up hooking up with Benny Loco. I always see that. He's always like, "John, have you seen her naked?" Stuff like that.
It reminds me of the old Cardiff, where Cardiff was trying to be on his good side all the time with all this stuff. Ditka's doing the same thing here.
Dues payer. Hey, look, John cried. Yeah, because I'm not a work.
Why am I the feminine one when you're crying?
But why would this even come up after an emotional moment? Like, why would you be in his mind? That's sickening. That's fucking insanity.
Well, because he knows he just gave us gold. He just gave us something where 400 people will be behind the paywall watching us live like they are.
Fucking really, dues payer?
Yeah.
Oh, just and real quick, I just was looking up Dean's, just what's happening with Dean. He is a columnist for MSNBC and for CNN, and he's
got real shit going on. You're not in his life anymore.
Right. So, but that's especially galling to John because that's what he wants. He had this,
of course,
that his delusions of grandeur that CNN would want him on as a commentator or a talking head, and of course, the people who can actually do that don't want to be associated with this guy.
Of course, and you watch those people on those shows. I don't care what side you lean towards. Those people know what the fuck they're doing. They're pros. They come prepared. They're ready. They answer shit on the fly that they're not prepared for. The fuck's he gonna do on any of these shows?
I always love when Tucker Carlson brings someone in and they go,
yeah, man.
Tucker, can you go outside and come back in?
Real deal. This is who you get. This is me.
Ugh.
There's no act here.
There's no stand-up back there.
Do something.
It's Mitch McConnell impression. That's pretty good.
This is, you see, Mr. Obadala, this is what I go through on a daily basis. People super chatting me with the avatar of a swastika. This is my life.
Get off the fucking internet then.
This is my life. The swastika, this is my life.
No, Dean. I got a guy out there named Shuli who tried to scheme to get me to post the swastika.
I didn't try to scheme. I successfully got you to post the swastika.
It was pretty fucking easy.
Yeah. There's no try to scheme anything, John.
It wasn't Mission Impossible. You didn't have to rappel down from the ceiling. You just
This all happened when I was making fun of somebody's childhood acme. Really.
Hey guys, make sure if you see the van out there, give us a hug. We'll pull over and get you some swastikas, everybody. Come on.
So I can get thrown off of Twitter. That's my life.
This is his I walked to school in the snow uphill both ways story.
Connor can hear attempted conspiracy to commit a scheme.
Listen to this ending of this.
So I can get thrown off of Twitter. That's my life.
Listen.
Because I'm famous. And I left Howard Stern. Wow. What a harm I did to so many people that I deserve all this attack.
That's not why.
Because I left the bed of my career and my children's lives.
John, no one has
retarded.
Yeah, yeah. No one. The Dabbleverse doesn't exist because you left Howard. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
It exists because you're a boob. You're the easiest fucking target in the history of targets.
Steve Grillo's no longer on Howard. Casey Armstrong is no longer on Howard. There's a list of people who are making videos on the internet, and there isn't a subreddit devoted to them. It's not because of that.
Well, take me out of that. You can't put that. Yeah, no.
I didn't mention you. You notice I didn't mention you.
You can't win them all. What are you gonna do?
And since then, my kids have college funds for the rest of their lives.
We know. Okay.
Whoa!
Okay.
Why would you need a college fund for the rest of your life?
Because they're as dumb as me and they'll never graduate.
Yeah, how dumb are these kids? They got to go to college for the rest of their
That's
life?
hilarious for the rest of their life.
He's going to be graduate. He's in 27th grade right now.
Oh.
That's funny.
They have.
Howard said it best. John's only funny when he's not trying to be funny.
Right.
When he tries to be funny, he's
100%.
never funny. But when he's not trying to be funny, he says the funniest shit ever.
It's so true.
Genta just said what I thought. Are there no tissues in that VIP room?
Didn't
Yeah,
come with
right?
the grapes. Didn't come with the grapes. There's either grapes or tissues. He said
Yeah, but-
grapes.
He's crying as the one time snot isn't running down his mustache for some reason. Go
It's
figure.
all in there, though. You hear it, man.
Thanks to that move that I made.
Oh, Jesus.
So if I'm guilty of leaving Howard Stern, so be it.
I don't know. There
I'm
might be
guilty of being
something.
too pretty.
Yeah. What, Joe?
Is there something? There might be some booger or something on the left side of his under that
Yeah,
left nostril.
that
There's
white-
yeah,
long
there you
white
go. That
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just white hair or if that, but it does look a little
It
sus.
might be a gray hair. I don't know.
We need a flyby. We need a closer look.
But how dare you take that out on me? How dare you
That's
blank
not
me? And the same goes for the two other. They know who they are.
the two other.
What an act of cowardice.
What?
Not
Blank
mentioning
you.
those two. No, not mentioning those two names. That's the act of
That's pretty
cowardice.
pussy, too. Yeah.
Hey, Kenneth. Just when I thought I was out, John pulls me back in. I'm not reading any of the hate shit. I don't give a fuck. If that's all you got,
Well, then shut down the show, John.
You can't say I'm not reading it and I don't give a fuck. You can't say both
Right.
of those things.
Right.
It means you do.
if your life
I don't care. Who cares?
is about hating me, go for it. I don't give a frog's fat ass, really.
Hey-o.
Hey, shout out.
I don't care. Chad's crash test helmet. You had me a mud shark with me. Let's do it. I don't know.
He reads better when he's drunk.
Play the Danny Brophy.
Almost always. Danny Bro, thanks for the bucks high.
That's insane.
I've just had it. When you have a guy like Army Major Richard Ojeda,
Cheddar.
who has my back,
Semper Fi.
stands by my side, sees what's going down,
Yes.
gets the trolls, but does not let
It's out.
adversely
It's
affect
out.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Bob. Look, that's definitely something's happening right here.
Uh-oh.
That gray hair was not up here before.
He didn't turn gray while doing this podcast.
He must be using just for snot.
It's like a candle. You got some down here. It's like wax melting.
will not, because he is not a coward. He's a hero.
I'm a VIB. Very important boogers on my face.
Looks like he's slowly freezing. Like,
Not
His carbonite, John Melendez.
gonna let trolls enable him to betray our friendship.
Of course not. He's a fucking war hero, and you know what I mean. He's not as weak. You're weak, John.
He's not going to give him the fucking time of day. He doesn't entertain their bullshit. Something he's told you to do
right
many times.
Yeah.
When he first came back, that's what Army Major said. Just don't even address it.
He's also implying that the reason why Hal Sparks and Noel Castler and Royce and these guys don't talk to him anymore is because of the trolls. When I've seen a tweet, I think I still have it saved on my computer, a tweet from Noel Castler where John's like, "Are you going to come on my show?" And Noel wrote back, he's like, "Are you drunk again, John? Do we need to talk about this?" It's like, no, you push people out of your lives, John. It's not the internet that's fucking this relationship up. It's you.
I'm
I'll never
almost
understand
always
that.
sober.
Oh.
Deck 89. Thanks for the $2. Jesse Lee Peterson on Political Wednesday.
I'll see what I can do.
Jesse Lee Peterson.
I just want to let everybody know. Vote yes on Prop 22.
Do you guys know who Jesse Lee Peterson is?
No, I don't.
I only know about him because of Dick Masterson. He is so he's a black man, so he gets away with this shit. But he is the most right-wing, bonkers, nutso guy to ever. And Joe would fall for it too. He'd be like, "Oh, it's a black man who's religious. All right, yeah, I'll have him on the show. It'd be fucking amazing."
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not taking this down. You could all go for me. Okay. Just don't care anymore.
Thanks. We weren't waiting for the green light, buddy, but thank you.
We got it.
Thank you.
I'm
Tim.
sorry. Can you stop where you are and mark the time? Go back because I want to see what that mustache looked like at the beginning. Like that's
All right,
Good call. Yeah. Good call.
2050.
Now I'm snotting because I'm looking at it.
It's look.
It's not
It's
there.
not like a yawn, Mike. It doesn't
Look,
make you
look,
snot.
It's gone.
It's not
It's
there.
not there.
Interesting. You're right. Wow.
Yeah.
I was fooled.
It's
All
not there.
Yeah.
Snotmageddon.
Oh, so bad. We jumped ahead a little.
Oh, man.
I just did my Spanish lessons.
Wait.
What happened?
What happened?
Come on my face.
Is that what is he calls when the maid comes in to clean Spanish lessons? Is that what he's calling that?
Mira.
She's like, "Are you going to leave me a tip?" He's like, me no speak español.
No, español.
Mucho trabajo, poquito dinero.
Jesse Lee Peterson on
It's not
Political
gate. Somebody has
And don't worry, I'm not taking this down. You could all go for me. Okay.
Okay.
Just don't care anymore.
This was a good time.
let's go.
Laughing while this guy pours his heart out. Yeah, I agree.
Hi, Balin.
Hi, Balin.
Hi, Balin.
yeah, John, you should just really take a break and I'm telling you,
He'll roam the
Well,
earth.
he's taking a psychotic break right now.
Yeah,
I mean, like go to fucking rehab for 2 weeks. And
what do you got to
just
lose at
fucking-
this point? What do you got to lose at this point? This is not working. This is not working.
No.
I'm sure he'll take our advice.
Oh, and I'm not drinking, so I don't want to hear that be the excuse. I just did my Spanish lessons. As I promised my daughter.
Good Lord.
The only beverage is water.
It's not.
What did he promise his daughter? That he wouldn't drink or that he would do his Spanish lesson?
That he would learn
The whole
Spanish.
thing.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to. If you're saying, and I'm not drinking, it means, yeah, I'm usually drinking, but this time I'm not. You know what I mean?
Correct.
You're basically bringing it up that there is a problem.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
or I'm not drinking right now is what that means. You know,
Yeah,
I had
but
a
you
Bloody
don't need
Mary
to
for
say-
breakfast, maybe a beer a little after that.
Yeah, but a normal person doesn't bring that up in a conversation.
Right.
Bob, I'm
You
not
know.
even doing coke tonight. Why do you keep bringing it up? I'm not even doing coke.
Exactly. You see.
fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you like to all claim I'm some kind of raging alcoholic, which is not the case at all. Hi, Anne Marie.
Oh my God! I just read who it was.
Pretty sure that's not the real Anne Marie.
Of course it isn't. No.
Cowboys just scored again.
I don't know if this is some avatar, but I can't control it anymore. I don't care. YouTube, you want to take me down because some idiot posts something and puts it in there?
is.
You're allowing it. Why should I be the victim of it?
Oh,
You're
no,
not.
victim.
Calm down.
Hey, Carl, do you guys know how to Photoshop this? At one of the pictures of him like crying, and then have the final score of the Dallas Giant game. With his picture.
That's a good idea. Get that ready for the BS show tomorrow. I like it.
Really? That's cute.
That's it.
I ask you, YouTube, I ask you, Google, if somebody's going to make a fake avatar, why should I be the one?
He's asking Google and YouTube. This reminds me of like when Beetlejuice thought Stained was one guy. You know, the whole band was one
I
dude.
talked to him already.
Yeah.
To have my channel taken down. Why? How is that fair? How is that right? Drunk man, Sabo. The One Piece.
When was he taken down?
Never.
Okay.
33-0, John. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
They just put in the game as quarterback Dino Dabalaba.
You had plenty of time to do that. I did bet the Cowboys tonight. I just want to point that out.
Attaboy.
Oof.
Where the heck is Neil? Don't break promises, Ron.
God damn it. The guy's crying. You have to put that in now.
Well, it's $2. So.
And again, John's the one who brings it up. It's not like it just pops up there.
Yeah.
Strike going on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Adam Sandler is not doing it either.
Yeah. I could have told you that, John.
I thought that was the next guess. I had that in the guest pool.
All right. I have a theory I didn't want to say on the last show, but since we're behind the paywall, I'll say it now. Is it possible that John never got confirmation from Neil Brennan, but assumed that, hey, I don't like your brother Kevin, so you got to come on my show. We'll rag on Kevin, thinking that Neil would be like, sweet, yes, I want to get revenge on Kevin, not knowing that Neil pays no mind to Kevin at all. Doesn't give a fuck, never brings him up, doesn't give a shit. Kevin's the only one who brings up his brother all the time, nonstop. And so John's thinking just like, oh, I'll definitely get him on my show. And then Neil never got back to him or his people or whatever.
Well, yeah,
So, we don't
That's
care.
what it was. It went to the people.
Right.
It was
Yeah, not
the
even-
people.
not even
It
Neil,
never
but
went
yes.
to Neil.
Yeah,
Right.
but John was I guarantee John thought for sure that he was going to get Neil on because he's like, yeah, I'm mad at your brother, and Neil's just like, I don't talk about my brother, I don't care.
Right.
But you know why? You know why he thought he had him on? Because he sent an email and he got one back. So right there, he's got
That's
him.
true. Yeah, that's
Right.
all it
Yeah.
takes.
And
Just
it probably
say,
never
I'm
got-
on vacation for the next 2 weeks, but I'll get back to your
Right.
email
Yeah,
as soon as
exactly.
yeah, right.
It probably never even got to Neil. Got to the people.
Correct.
And it's like, we don't want anything to do with this. And
Hey,
just
can you
ignore it.
send that to Dino Babaloni?
Strike on. I'm friendly with Adam Sandler. I directed him and Phil Jackson
Ugh.
from the Lakers, Knicks, in a Tonight Show bit. Very funny. Adam was great. I went to college
He
with Adam.
calls you Carla.
I with Adam
He
at
calls
party.
you Carla, and he does
I
all
know.
these moves.
It's
Also,
amazing.
his main connection to Adam Sandler is that Adam Sandler fucked your wife before you did. That's their main connection
Right.
with the guy, John. Well, why are you burying the lead on this?
A story that he's told countless times that he
Right.
was proud to tell it over and
Yes.
over again.
Wait a minute. Now, what happened?
So they all went to NYU, and Adam Sandler dated Susanna before John did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? That's actually John's claim to fame. My wife fucked Adam Sandler. Oh yeah, and I answered the phones.
Right.
I guess he didn't leave any funny in there because John didn't get any when he entered.
Susanna, he banged you. Asked for a producer credit on his movie.
Was he big?
Oh, you know that's in the story. You know he's got a. She told me I was big. Yeah, because you're psycho. She can't be honest with you.
But he's not going to do anything to promote anything with the strike going on. So that's just a fact.
Honestly, if he was on John's show, he's talking to so few people that no one would be upset with him in Hollywood. It'd be the same as like telling your friend at a cafe you got a movie coming out.
Yeah, let's go record something at a diner. You know,
Right. No one would possibly give a shit.
Well, some won't, but and I respect their opinion. How could I be sued big time, JVA? What have I said? I can't express my feelings. What am I getting sued for? Getting ghosted?
Feelings.
Your Honor, my client was ghosted and blanked, and we'd like to seek damages.
And something about his feelings.
Nothing about his feelings.
Explaining what's going on. I don't care. Yeah, look. Dick89, thanks for the $2. DJ did not betray you. He loves you too. Love you, bro. I know. Look.
You really mean a lot. You really mean a lot to him, DG. All that time you put in an effort and energy into a show, clearly he's thinking of you and he misses you. DJ.
How many $5 Hyatt?
You're welcome on here anytime, pal.
I'm going to tell you. So many people are saying that Dave.
I'm taking you to ghost court.
You trade me. So today I text them. Two of the people that wrote to me on Patreon. People saying that Deej was paid by Shuli to add that clip to the video.
Oh.
I sent them that, and I got one from Marco V193. What a coincidence. His brother gets into an accident just a minute before the Shirley crap pops up on the video.
He's ratting out the people.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Marco V193.
And when did Marco V become an insurance claims adjuster that he's sitting here not telling you what's happening outside and what's real and what's not? My friend, DJ, was out there helping his little brother with a flat tire. Maybe if you guys were more helpful and not so angry,
there'd be less flat tires.
Yeah.
Playing as nice.
He ran over 2 fork combs in the road. That's tire.
This guy, as
It's not on it.
He's a troll. He needs to take lessons from 90% of the chat room because he sucks at it. And D wrote back to me, people are assholes, John. People are complete assholes, John. And I wrote back to Dave, just letting you know. And this is what he said to me.
Oh, so it's so passive aggressive. So he sends him a couple messages of people telling him that DG's trolling you. And then DG's like, hey, John, people are fucking nuts. Like they're and John's just like, just saying.
Yep.
Just saying. It's out there.
A lot of people say you've been trolling
so
me.
Trump.
A lot of
He's
people
so
say.
Trump. It's crazy.
You know, it actually reminds me of Adam Carolla used to bitch about this, where Adam's family never listened to his radio show. And then he'd be going off and he'd be talking about his wife or his mom or whatever. And then some fucking asshole has to be like, did you hear what Adam was saying about you? It's just like, why do you have to communicate this to someone? Like, just keep that shit to yourself. I wasn't talking to them. They weren't listening. And so John's doing the same thing. He's just like, hey, just wanted to let you know. Everyone's saying you're a douchebag. Just wanted to relay this message. Like, you didn't have to do that.
This is why I don't believe Dave's a troll. He's a good man who made poor choices.
What?
John, you have my word as a man and as a
He
father.
knew him for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, but he's a good man. He just made poor choices, Bob.
But
Like,
And
poor
also, when he
choices.
lived, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, poor choices like deciding to rob a liquor store with your friends when you're 15 and somebody gets hurt, and then that's a poor choice.
Poor choice is everything that Chad Zumach has ever done. Right. I get what you're saying. Yes.
A poor choice to edit in a clip of. John, you react like a mentally ill person to so many
flipped out about that. It was
Right.
crazy.
Right. 2-second thing, and you just go, DJ, DJ, I'm calling him now. Yeah. that was dumb, man. That was dumb. And you move on.
That's it.
You don't like
Or I didn't like it. It didn't work.
Right.
Whatever. Move on.
Or
Right.
you laugh at it and then afterwards
Right.
go, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah,
Right.
you go, look at these three guys are pretending to suck dicks. What idiots. And then you have a laugh at it.
Right.
100% honest with you. And I said, cool. Have been, always will be accurate. And I wrote, it does look fishy, though. And he wrote, I agree, it looks bad.
And so DG still agreeing with John every step of the way.
Yeah, maybe I did do it, John. Yeah.
It's amazing. He's going, DG, this doesn't look good. DG didn't troll. I didn't tell him to troll. I didn't ask him to troll. He's not trolling John. John goes, this doesn't look good. And DG goes, you know what, boss? You're right. This doesn't look good.
Yeah.
You know,
If
there's
I
two
were
ways
you, I
you
would
look at
punish
it.
me.
One way it looks good, one way it doesn't look good. I know how it works, but you know, it's 2 ways to everything, John.
Boss, I'm going to
can
go give
imagine.
myself a ride somewhere out into the woods, if you know what I mean.
It goes back to I'm sure we've covered this, so I apologize, but it goes back to when I went on John's show and we were talking about the bet that we had about whether or not John asked OJ to sign his knife, and I go, well, you haven't provided proof, John. He goes, no, Richie Wilson said it, Doug Goodstein said it. I go, well, that's not proof. I go, DG, you're a third party in this. Is that proof? And he goes, well, it depends. I'm like, what do you mean? It's either proof or it's not proof. Like, DG can never disagree with John on anything, ever.
He's like Clinton. It depends what your definition of proof is.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, what is this proof for? That's 5-letter word? What are you talking about here?
I mean, proof to me could be different than proof to you. I mean,
And I said, it's not like it hasn't happened before. Hence, we all know I've been trolled before by Chad Zumick. I've been trolled before by a multitude of people. I'm too fucking trusting.
Dumb is the word.
you said stupid wrong, but go ahead.
I know, and I understand why you're a suspect. I totally get it, is what he said. I said, I've said I didn't think you were trolling, just making poor choices. And he says it's true. And I said, I've also told people to not attack you. And he said, I appreciate that. And I said, I wished you well. And he says, as days
The old Ray DeVito kiss on the cheek. I wish you well.
go by and you see me not on anyone's show and definitely never bad-mouthing you, I think you'll understand that I'm not like those assholes. I wish you all the best, John, and I'm hopeful we continue to be friends, which we will be. If not, I understand. And again, no matter what, you will not hear me bad-mouthing you ever.
You forgot a couple lines, Dave, but all right, don't worry about it.
Now, I believe Dave, and I wish him well. He's got a job that he can't do the show anyway. So it was inevitable. It just ended on a bad note. So maybe I'll bring him back just to have him back, to wish him well.
Just so he can actually troll me for real.
On his job, on his move, and everything else. Because, hey, people make mistakes. That's why pencils have erasers.
Yeah, say it.
Say it.
All right, I'll be back at, I think, 3 PST. So this is Stuttering John saying gigi.
Oh, so sad.
Hey, way to open up, Johnny boy. Way to open up.
Woo.
I mean, that was amazing. That was next. That was no Tony and Tina's. That was next level, Johnny.
Yeah.
Next level. Wow. Well, I mean, what a night. We said Sunday night would be a big one. Karl, love you, brother. Can't thank you enough for jumping in here on these with us. WATP, and the website again is
whoarethese.com for all of your WATP. Also, who are these socials? Who are these broadcasters? And the Creep Off, thecreepoff.com will be on live tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the Creep Off YouTube channel. Me and my buddy Vinny Paulino, we're breaking down the worst people in the world, and it's the only true crime show that's made for men.
Oh,
I love that. And it's fun.
Cool.
Creep Off is fun as shit, man. So
Yes.
tune in, check it out. Thank you again, Karl. Thank you to Mike. Thank you to Bob. We will be on tomorrow, 9 a.m. BS show, Shuli Network.
is that Eastern or Pacific?
That is Eastern
Oh,
and
No,
Pacific.
That's
it doesn't matter.
Tell all your friends. Thank you to everybody tonight for donating, for gifting, for subscribing, hitting the like button on your way out.
You fucking cowards.
Yes, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great night. Thank you, everyone. So long.
That's all for the Uncle Rico Show. That's all for the Uncle Rico Show.